Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up. It helps my self-esteem. Oh, okay, so Kendra Wilkinson is facing backlash, so she issued an apology after a recent interview where she spoke about her experience at Diddy's notorious parties, saying that she had a great time and never saw anything really bad happening. That's a lie. Kendra posted a statement to her social media writing, "Sorry guys, I was just answering questions about Playboy Mansion parties and it all combined with Diddy party talk." She continued, "I've only been to a few parties with him there back in the day. I didn't have time to think about the right answer regarding these horrible charges, allegations. I pray for the victims and justice." This comes after Kendra revealed her experience of partying with Diddy, who hosted infamous SEX and DRUG field gatherings, which included prostitutes, both straight and gay, and how the Playboy Mansion was often filthy and covered in dog poop. The Playboy Mansion, wow, was often filthy and covered in dog poop. She says, "I remember just going to like one or two parties with Diddy, but again, like I had a great time in my youth. Like I didn't really see anything. Like I never saw anything really bad happening around me. SEX is SEX, in my opinion. So I'm not saying that something bad didn't happen. I'm saying that, nothing bad ever happened to me." She's such an airhead. Even at 42, she's still an airhead. So then the host asked, "You never saw anything out of the ordinary that you wouldn't usually see at a big Hollywood party? It's sexualized in a way." Kendra said, "Look, you're going to the Playboy Mansion. There's girls topless in the grotto. Don't we already know that?" The grotto is the cave. When asked if living in the Playboy Mansion with Hugh Hefner, the womanizer, who died September 2017 at age 91, and his other live-in girlfriends was all it was cracked up to be, Kendra said Playboy Mansion was pretty nasty. There was dog poop everywhere, and Hef would wobble by and just pick it up with his bare hands. Picking up dog poop with your bare hands? Ew. For those of you who do not know who Kendra Wilkinson is, she dated Hugh Hefner, who was 60 years older than her. 60 years older than her. She was 18 and Hugh Hefner was 77. Okay? She was also on the reality TV show The Girl Next Door. She moved into the Playboy Mansion in 2004, but she moved out in 2009 when she met her now ex-husband, Hank Basket. So, Kendra Wilkinson pretty much is a gold digger. 18 years old, dating an old man, 77. And then she had to move in with all his girlfriends, and they each had a day, I guess, where they had to sleep with him. And sometimes it would be like an orgy night. I'm trying to remember. I remember there's something about their schedule, their SEX schedule with him. I remember there was something that was wild. I can't think right now. I'm not even trying to think right now. But yeah, it was something that was really, really off about their SEX night with him. It was sick. It was disgusting. I think, let me see if I can remember. You know what? It doesn't even matter. But it was like, these women, the things that they had to do at night with him. It was very degrading. I remember that. I remember when it came out, it was very degrading, and I was like, ew. So yeah, so I'm not surprised that this airhead said what she said when they asked her about Diddy. She said, I had a great time at his parties. I had a great time and never saw anything really bad happening. I know, they never see anything bad happening. They always say that. They never saw anything. Nobody saw anything bad happening. And she said sex is sex, in her opinion. So she saw all of that happening, but it was nothing to her because that's the environment she's in. She was having sex with a 77-year-old man when she was 18 years old. So seeing things like that at Diddy's parties, all right, seeing degenerate stuff, it's not shocking for someone like her. It's not shocking to see disgusting, filthy things happening because she's been in that environment all of her life. So that's why she made that statement without using her brain. That's why now she had to come back and apologize saying, oh, I didn't have time to think about the right answer regarding these horrible charges, allegations. You didn't have time to think about the correct answer? And then she had the nerve to say, I pray for the victims and justice. When did you pray for the victims, Kendra? Even that line was so cold and just, I pray for the victims and justice. I didn't have time to think of the right answer regarding these allegations. But she could say, oh, I had a great time. I had a great time. That lifestyle is a great time to her, right? sex parties, having orgies with old, disgusting 77-year-old men with 5, 6 other women claiming to be his girlfriends, being passed around. Even though while she was dating him, she also was quietly being passed around to other men that would come to the mansion parties, and just yuck. And I remember when Hugh Hefner's former girlfriend, Holly Madison, she described sex with Hugh Hefner as a chore. She said it was so gross. She said Hugh Hefner would insist the girls to use baby oil as lube when having sex. So Holly Madison moved into the Playboy Mansion when she was 21. And she became Hugh Hefner's #1 girlfriend. Oh my goodness, like that's a prize. And their relationship lasted 7 years. So she was the #1 girlfriend. So she had to do more. She had to be with him more. And yuck. Holly said Hugh Hefner's obsession with baby oil led to yeast infections. She said Hugh Hefner would use baby oil as lube. She said she does not recommend this. It is an infection waiting to happen. She called it disgusting. He had an obsession with baby oil. And you see, Diddy has an obsession with baby oil too. So Holly, she said, it took to the point where I was constantly irritated by this baby oil because it throws off your pH. So you're constantly going to have yeast infections. She continued, I remember talking to the gynecologist about it and then telling Hef, you need to stop using baby oil. I cannot use it. And even telling him, the gynecologist agreed with me, and he would argue with me and be like, well, people use baby oil on babies. And I'm like, yeah, on their skin, not internally. You're not supposed to put it there. Even after making it clear that she didn't want him to use it, Holly said Hugh Hefner would continue to apply it without her permission. She recalled it got to the point where I would refuse to use it, but then other people would tell me that he would, in the bedroom, put it on his hand and then put it on me when my back was turned and I didn't know he was doing it. It was so foul and so non-consensual and so gross. I had forgotten about it that for the longest time, but I was reminded of it for some reason and it made me angry all over again. Holly said, sex with Hugh Hefner was a chore that we had to do or else we'll get kicked out of the house. And everybody just wanted to make it go by as quickly as possible. Make it go by as quickly as possible? And then she said, having sex with Hugh Hefner for the first time was traumatic. She said, I was wasted. He was literally pushed on top of me. And after it happened, I was just mortified and embarrassed. And it had way more of an emotional impact on me than I thought it would. He was literally pushed on top of her. Wait. Oh my God. And guess what? She stayed with him for 7 years, pretending to be one of his 6 girlfriends in that mansion. Oh my goodness. Oh, and so his last wife, she was 22 years old, right? She was 22, he was 82. What's her name? What is her name? But anyway, she said herself, she said having sex with Hugh Hefner was not fun. She said she preferred having orgies with him instead of one-on-one with him. Oh my goodness. She said that guy, Hugh Hefner, needed a lot of medication to, he needed help to get, and they had to put a song, a Madonna song called Undress, Work Undress, some song. That was the only song that would help him get going. Yuck. 80-something years old. And you're 22? See, here's the thing. These women, after he passed away, they saying all these things, they're trashing him. But really, it makes them look bad. Because look what they had to do just so they could live in the house. That's for a little bit of change, allowance every week. And the allowance were really, really low. Really low. Very small. So I don't want to hear about, oh my gosh, it was so traumatic. It was gross. It was a chore. Oh my God. No. You had a choice. You made the decision to participate, they would take girls from the parties and they would bring them upstairs and have orgies after orgies after orgies with that old pervert. Okay? Pervert. 7, 8 girls at a time with this nasty crypt keeper who could not even get... Listen. Yeah, so you see why Kendra is... Yeah, that's why she was so cold about it. Like, oh, yeah, I didn't have time to think of the right answer. I prayed for the victims. Oh, yeah, So, yeah, that's why Diddy parties was so fun. Because that's what she's used to. Having orgies, seeing people having sex like it's normal. Like in the open and all these nasty things. So, yeah, anything is better than sleeping with a 82-year-old, a 77-year-old at the time. Yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, she didn't have, she was doing whatever she was doing with younger people. So, yeah, that's way more fun than pretending and then also having orgies with. So that's what she's used to. So that's why she fitted right in at the Diddy parties. She fitted right in at these parties because she was already doing these things. So, yeah, these people are sick. So, yeah, so Kendra is an airhead, a bimbo still at the age of 40-something years old. So that's all, you guys. What are your thoughts on Kendra? Now backtracking with an apology, like, oh yeah. I hate when they do that. I hate when they put out their fake apologies. It's not sincere. Like, whatever. All right, you guys, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Any suggestions? Leave them in the comments. I will be reading. All right. So don't forget to like, subscribe. It helps my self-esteem, you guys. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.